Okay, what is going on, CYPRX Advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're new here and you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. In today's video breakdown, we're going to talk about Casper coin. We're also going to go over some fundamentals. I'm going to read some interesting tweets and articles for you guys that I found interesting. Also give you guys a little bit of a price update. Okay, and I told you guys in the last Casper video that most likely what we were going to see is a pullback significantly to around the 6 to 6.5, maybe even 5.5 cent range. As you guys can see, measuring from the low to the high, we have significantly pulled back to around 62% discount from this most recent rally that created either a liquidity grab where price is going to reverse and come into our downside targets, which we'll be ready for if that does happen at around 4 to 4.5 cents. Okay, and if not and price holds, we can also look for a bullish signal or a bullish reversal fractally in structure when we get to that point at a significant discounted range. I'm looking for anywhere between 70 to 79% before I hop in on the moving trend. Okay, now I was able to purchase some Casper tokens and add to my bag somewhere along this area here. In the previous YouTube video, I went over all of that price information. Now I'm bullish on Casper up until about $1.50. All right, in my personal opinion, in the long run, in the long term, Casper has the potential to reach higher significant levels. I'm being a little bit more realistic with my targets, and I'm probably going to pull profit out along the way. 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, and $1.50. I have enough Casper tokens right now that I'll get a significant return on my investment with the amount of money, in the sense that I've put into Casper compared to what it could potentially be in the future, right? So why am I bullish on Casper? I'm just going to read some things that I found interesting on the internet for you guys today. This was treated by Dr. Casper coin. I'm not too big on Twitter, but I did find this article very interesting. This is by Academy.Binance. Now, I've never really looked into this. This is just internet jargon for me. You don't really get any gist that you can't find on any other internet source. But clicking and reading through this article, I found it was very interesting. So it talks about what is Ethereum Casper. I guarantee you that if you guys go and read this, it'll overall make you bullish on Casper in the long run, anywhere between a year to 2 to 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years from now. I think that this project is going to yield a significant return. Now, again, that's not investing advice, but reading this article here, Casper is an application also known as Ethereum 2.0 that will eventually turn Ethereum into a proof of stake POS blockchain, although the Ethereum launch as a proof of work. All right, now we know that Ethereum is attempting to completely integrate itself into a proof of stake system. Okay, so I thought that was interesting reading the beginning of that article. But how does Casper work? The transition from Ethereum 1.0 to 2.0 is called the Serenity update. This update will consist of 3 phases. In the first phase, phase 0, a new blockchain called Beacon Chain will be operational. Casper FFG rules will create the consensus mechanism of this new POS-based blockchain. Now, going down and scrolling down to the meat of this article, this is where it gets interesting. Casper's advantages. One of Casper's advantages is that it will help make Ethereum eco-friendly while enabling stakes. The demands of POW systems, proof of work systems, are very high when it comes to electricity usage and computational resources. I thought that was interesting. Going over to a tweet. All right, this is a tweet from Rekit Wojak. I hope that I'm saying his name right. Okay, but it states here, it's a little tiny picture, a little tiny graph for you guys. Casper leads ECG compliance with much lower energy footprint. That is very interesting. Again, connecting the dots. Casper network has been engineered for efficient usage of resources since inception. 95% consensus and overhead. Okay, -5 transaction processing. -10% consensus and overhead. 90% transaction processing. Okay, that is extremely beneficial. The Casper network is several orders of magnitude more energy efficient than Bitcoin and Ethereum. We see Bitcoin at 9,500 nodes. We see Ethereum 8,000 nodes. We see Casper running 100 nodes present state. Okay, very interesting again to say the least. Look at the amount of energy consumption compared to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Casper token. All right, heading back to this article again, just to give you guys little gems as to why I'm overall bullish in the long run of Casper. Another advantage of Casper is regarding security. And in essence, Casper will be used as a selector and will be responsible for sorting blockchains. In essence, it will act as the bookkeeper of the Ethereum 2.0 registry. So if a validator acts maliciously, that person will be quickly removed and punished. Okay, that was interesting. And then finally, some argue that Casper will provide Ethereum with a higher level of decentralization. For now, those most powerful in the network have the resources to run their mining operations. Anyone who can get enough Ether in the future will be able to help secure the blockchain. Coming down here, reading this and synchronizing the rest of this article, we see final ideas. Ethereum is moving away from a mining to a stake system where users stake Ether, ETH, to a deposit address to secure the blockchain. Casper is also a technology that will be used to finalize blocks to enable this change. Very significant, again, paying attention to key vocabulary, key details. All right, another reason as to why I'm bullish on Casper. Now let's just go over here to coinperspective.com. And I do think that Casper in the future, again, this is a long-term hold for me if it doesn't happen in the near future in this near bull run that's taking place right now, again, in my personal opinion. Okay, there is some liquidity that needs to get grabbed on some altcoins before we do see new all-time highs. You guys know and are aware of those psychological level targets. But if we just look and place Casper at the top 20, okay, let's just say top 20 Litecoins market cap, we're looking at around $1.96 per Casper token, okay? That's about $2 per Casper token, and compared to where it's at right now in price, okay, that is a significant turn on an investment, all right? And that's something that I'm willing to take the risk on because the downside potential is very limited in my opinion. And personally, the lowest that I think Casper could fall is anywhere between 3 cents. I don't see Casper going anywhere further below that. So if that's the case, the bottom is in, and we could definitely see some significant gains on our overall capital if we're willing to get in on this Casper move. Again, not financial advice. This is what I'm doing, explaining to you guys how I'm looking to, take a decent percentage of my overall capital, place it into a cryptocurrency that has massive upside potential, and expose my capital to potentially gain more capital, withdraw that leveraged capital and that exposed capital as a profit, and then reinvest it into other cryptocurrencies. Okay, so that's my strategy. Again, that's for my long-term holds on Casper. You guys know I'm also an intraday trade and scalp trader. For anybody that wants to learn that technical analysis, as always, you guys, the link is in the description down below for the mentorship. Blessings to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video breakdown on Casper. Bullish targets right now that we're looking at is a retracement into the 70 to 79% discount. If we can get that, that's going to fall into the 0.625 level. Psychological level for me is where I'm going to be entering in at. Price could retrace. Okay, now this is just a leverage position. All right, but this is pretty much what I'm looking to buy. No stop loss on this, just adding to my Casper bag. Okay, I'm not going to be looking to day trade this anymore until we start trending or until Casper decides what it wants to do, whether it wants to start making higher highs, higher lows, or maybe even come down and grab some liquidity beneath early buyers from this BitHub listing. I don't know how to say that properly, but that's why we had this major move on Casper, because it had a major listing update on the exchange BitHub, okay, or BitThumb or whatever it's called. All right, but these are my bullish targets on Casper. This is what I'm expecting on Casper to take place. However, grab of liquidity beneath these lows could take place before we do see that bullish rally. However, in the long run, in the next maybe 6 months to a year, I'm going to be looking to take profit on Casper from anywhere between 50 cents to $1. Again, those are my personal bullish targets in the near, I guess you could call it long term for Casper. Blessings to you guys all. Again, if you like this video breakdown and others like it, make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Really do appreciate the love and support. As always, be cognizant, be aware, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.